It's a fresh episode of BOI Weekly on Channels Television. That means it's time to bring you up to date on the activities of the Bank of Industry with the objective of getting you on board. If you are or you know an entrepreneur, you're welcome. I'm Ini John Mekwa. So let's begin the show with our visit to Kaduna State in north-central Nigeria. Here we met with Joshua Jeremiah, who runs Joshbroid Clothing. He testifies of his interaction with the Bank of Industry, which have been beneficial to his business. The business of clothing and printing is no doubt a capital-intensive one, but with the financial assistance and structured intervention of the Bank of Industry, young entrepreneurs like Joshua Jeremiah are making giant strides in the heart of Kaduna.
How long does it take to make this?
From a humble beginning as a commission printing agent, Joshua Jeremiah takes our team down memory lane as he explains his adventure into the business of clothing, printing, and corporate branding.
Joshbroid Clothing is a printing business. Our niche is mainly clothing items. We customize and brand on any form of clothing item, ranging from face cap, t-shirts, native attires, and so on and so forth. Joshbroid started in 2018, but before starting, there's no fund. So I started as an agent, seeking for the jobs and taking it out there to do with other associates. So a program came on board called BOI Weekly. So I applied and went through rigorous training. After the training, we were taught to come and apply proper with the bank. Now we stated the amount we needed for our business. The bank will go through your business proposal. If it is okay, they will ask you to apply proper with a business plan. So I applied and I submitted my business plan. I was called that I should come for further documentation. It took a long time for me to even get the first call. But once I got the first call, I said, okay, there's hope in this part. So I pursued everything with every fiber of energy in me. Accessing the loan is not a give and take easy something. You have to show commitment that yes, you really want the loan and you know what you are going to put that money you are requesting for in the business. Actually, BOI doesn't give you the money direct. They finance the equipment and your operation. So they don't give you cash at hand. You have to give them a supplier who will supply all what you need. Then they will pay to the supplier's account. He is to only supply you with the equipment. No, I don't have a shop. I operate at home. I get from clients, then I go to them and give them their. I don't have an outlet there. Before then, I can't tell any customer that this is where we will meet. It's the customer's option that okay, meet me at so place and so place, which kind of made me look small, and most times we are not taken serious as business people because you don't have an outlet. Where will one contact you, and who will trust you without knowing where you operate? So it wasn't easy then. I started with single individual. Then as demands continued to pour in, I also needed additional hands. So I added additional 2 employees, making 3. So I have 3 employees now, with about 5 apprentices. We don't put them out of school. They are here because their parents thought it wise that they should be engaged during their holidays or after school hours if they don't have lesson or other things to be doing at home instead of playing. So I accept them to learn as apprentices. I only have one that's age 7 years. It's 7 years old. He's in primary 4.
With single interest digit loan from the Bank of Industry, Jeremiah pays glowing tributes to the bank as he encourages young entrepreneurs who are desirous of acquiring equipment to approach the bank and enjoy a stress-free business adventure.
My advice to them is not for them. They shouldn't relent, because during the application, there's one stage that everybody is always afraid of, and which is also difficult, providing a guarantor. I think mostly that's the stage that is giving people a headache. But after going through it, I look at it as it's not a problem, because so far so good. There's no problem between me and the bank or with the guarantors, because I've been diligent to my duty as per repaying back my loan. So there's no problem with doing that aspect. A lot of people fear because they don't, and BOI doesn't demand for a tangible, collateral for you to access their loan. No. I don't know anybody in the bank. Like I told you earlier, I went through a program called BOI ESP. In that program, you don't need to know anybody. You just have to apply. If your business is a good idea, they will approve and ask you to come for further documentation. I got 5 million naira from BOI, most of which went to purchasing of the equipment and the rentage of the office here. My dream for expansion is to grow to a complete clothing brand where we can sew here, print, and supply to the market. Not necessarily waiting for customers to come and demand for customization. We can make our own brand and sell. We have challenges, especially after this post-COVID-19 and stuff. School had not been stable because majority of our customers are school, because we do their school badges and the rest of them. And now, since the schools are not stable, we're finding it difficult to earn what we usually used to earn before. Right now, there are times that the work overwhelms us, that we kind of give or sublet it to people in the same business with us so that we'll meet up at the target time. We agree with the customer. Actually, there's nothing difficult in accessing the loan. If you are true to yourself and you are worthy of it, you definitely have someone who will guarantee you to get the loan. So I don't think the issue of not having guarantor is also questionable to the individual who is looking for that loan. Maybe you have a bad character, that's why he's finding it difficult to get someone to guarantee him.
And still in Kaduna State, we stop at United Wire Products Limited. As the name implies, products that serve as raw materials for fabrication and manufacturing are their offshoot, and it's been boosted by supports from the Bank of Industry. With the support of the Bank of Industry, United Wire Products Limited is taking its expertise to greater heights as the company continues to dominate the wire industry in Kaduna State. Banking on several years of experience and perseverance, the company has carved an eminent place for itself in both domestic and international markets, producing stainless wire mesh, barbed wire fence, stainless welded wire mesh, chain link fences, and wire mesh fences. The accountant of the company shares the history of the company and how their fruitful partnership with the Bank of Industry began.
The company started in the year 1977, July 1977, and they started operation in the year 1979. When they got to a stage, we need to expand, and we need some financial assistance. That was why we approached them that time that they should assist us, and which they did. They gave us a loan, and thank God that the loan works with the management in the sense that it has the purchasing power of raw material, and raw material increase, and that leads to nice output. That is, the production increased too. Even we were able to retain our workers. Because yes, when we have raw material and we are producing, we have to retain some workers instead of retrenching them. So the loan came at the right time, and thank God that we made good use of it. Before the loan, we were having enough staff here, but not like before. When we say the loan, we are talking about Bank of Industry loan. But when we talk about the economy has already struck the factory before the loan. So we cannot work on the numbers of workers at that time. You do understand what I'm saying? Yes. So when the loan came in, it made some numbers of workers here. And as at that time, we still maintain the same number till today. The production is fine. They are producing well. At least they are producing well. We thank God that I think I said it earlier that BOI loan came at the right time, and thank God that they gave us the loan. I think we can now buy raw material anyhow. We can produce anyhow to any length now, as at now, and things were okay. Well, the vision is very large. We hope for better, and we hope that they can increase the loan in future. We don't know anybody. We don't have anybody there. We follow the normal protocol. Go and bring this, go and bring that. Yes. All the requirements were met, and they gave us the loan. The advice there is that people out there, they should not be relying on a third party to approach the bank for any assistance. They can easily go there and talk to them, like we do. They may be asking a lot of. I think I went there more than 10 times, more than 10 trips. Let's say 10 trips, not only 10 times, more than 10 trips. Go and bring this, go and bring that, because they will not take any dead document from you. So anybody that will need the bank loan in future should go approach them. You should not go through intermediaries that maybe somebody can help you. We don't know anybody there, but walk in straight, and they gave us the loan.
As the United Wire Products Limited maintains its pride of place in the business world, the operation manager is full of gratitude to the Bank of Industry.
We thanks to Bank of Industry to help us for this difficult time, to give us the loan, to buy our raw material and survive for this difficult time. Thank you very much for Bank of Industry to give us your support.
Well, interesting. Always remember that you could also be featured on BOI Weekly. All you have to do, if you're an entrepreneur, is reach out to the Bank of Industry by visiting any of the branches of the bank closest to you, or log on to the website boi.ng. You can also follow the bank on all their social media platforms displayed on your screen. That's it for this week. Let's do it again next week. I'm Ini John Mekwa. Weekly.